Hi everyone, I've been building big brake kits since 2003 for Pontiacs and Chevys. If you would like a big brake kit for your PPV, your G8, your Pontiac GTO, or your Chevy SS, go to g8brakes.com. Before you change any of these brake lines, you always want to spray these nuts up here where the brake line meets and let the penetrating oil soak before you do anything. Let that soak in. I usually let it sit for about an hour. What ends up happening is these lines corrode over time, and instead of the nut breaking loose, the line twists. Okay, so this is the easiest way to break loose a stuck brake line. First of all, remove anything from the equation that's in the way that's rubber that can get damaged by a flame. And what you want to do is use a propane torch. You want to heat up the fitting just a little bit, only enough to get the metal to expand. And then once it expands, you want to work the fitting. And what you want to do is work it back and forth, and then eventually, when you work it out enough, brake fluid's going to come through and it'll act like a lubrication. I could already see the fluid coming through. So I just want to show you guys what I did. I actually put a plug in the brake line, and I put a vacuum cap on the metal side of the brake line. That way, when I remove the caliper, there won't be fluid leaking and I won't be trailing fluid all over my garage. Okay, so I just wanted to take a minute to simulate how to mount the end of the brake line onto a caliper properly. You're gonna have two scenarios on a G8. One scenario is the caliper line is gonna be on the top. And then what happens in that situation is the bushing is basically at the top of the steering knuckle, or basically the top of the steering knuckle, bottom of the suspension. And what you basically need to do is curl the line into this shape, which is fine. I just want to show you how the crush washers and the banjo bolts go. Make sure you have one crush washer on the bolt head. You're going to go through the line and put your other crush washer on the bottom half. You're going to screw it into the caliper. And then when you torque this down, the crush washers are actually sealing. And then you're going to basically keep your line like this. Now, this line doesn't move. Basically, from this point to here, the line does not move. The whole steering knuckle moves. This is actually the part that moves from here to here. So you don't have to worry about this section. But I just want to make sure you guys know how this is supposed to go. Okay, so now this is scenario number 2. Same thing. You're going to take the banjo bolt with the crush washer, go through the line. You're going to put the other crush washer on the other end. But some of these calipers are mounted in a way that this is actually at the bottom of the caliper. So when this is at the bottom of the caliper, you're going to mount the line and then let it travel upward. And then once it travels upward, the bushing is going to be up here at the top. So the line's pretty much going to be a nice curve shape up to the bushing. Okay, so here is another example of a stuck brake line. Instead of this basically fitting coming loose, you're actually witnessing the entire line move. What I need to basically do is heat this up so I can get the fitting to move, but the line will stay in one place. Let me show you one more time. See the line moving? And now what you want to do is just work the fitting. That way you get all the debris out of the threads, and then brake fluid will start coming out, and that'll act as a lubrication. So now, I mean, the line's going to move a little bit while I do this, but watch what happens when I move the fitting. The line is not stuck anymore. Now the fitting actually moves and the line stays in one place.